killed those 3 Wall Street guys.
Okay, I'm waiting for the punchline.
There's no punchline. It's not a joke.
If you wake up in a mental hospital and the doctors say you are mentally ill, would you be able to prove that you are not? In 1969, David Rosenhan and his 7 friends went to different psychiatric hospitals across the United States as fake patients. They planned to say to doctors that they were kept hearing the word empty, and if they were admitted to the hospital, they would soon say that all their symptoms had disappeared and that as a normal person. During this time, they would personally observe how professional psychiatrists evaluated their condition. In total, they were admitted to 12 different psychiatric hospitals. Despite showing no symptoms and insisting they weren't ill, they were still kept in the hospital. The shortest stay lasted 7 days, while the longest one lasted 52 days. 7 patients were diagnosed with schizophrenia, while the last one was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. But here's the point. The doctors couldn't identify even a single one of them as a fake patient. However, the other patient in the hospital noticed that they are lying. They totally interacted with 118 psychiatric patients. 35 of them stated that they weren't actually ill or were either pretending. The 8 patients spent a total of 129 days in the hospital. During this time, they took 2,100 pills. They also said that the doctors treated patients rudely. I'm leaving the article in the description. When Rosenhan published the article, it had a significant impact on the scientific community. The most common reaction was denial. Many people thought that Rosenhan was lying. In fact, a psychiatric research hospital challenged Rosenhan. They said that they could easily identify any fake patient he might send to their hospital over the following 3 months. Rosenhan accepted the challenge. After 3 months, the hospital reported out of 193 patients, 41 were fake and another 42 were suspicious. But Rosenhan's response was surprising. He said that he hadn't sent a single patient to the hospital during these 3 months. So what's going on? How accurate are these stories? Is it the version you have heard, but Rosenhan experiment might not have resulted exactly like this? People often focus on the dramatic side of such experiments and avoid mentioning later research because it takes the mystery away. But if you want to learn more details about this experiment, I recommend you to read Great Pretender by Susan McCahallan. In this book, Susan McCahallan begins investigating over David Rosenhan's famous 7 fake patients. Her goal was to interview them and examine how accurate were the results of such a major psychiatric study. Cahallan reviewed all the documents related to this experiment. Her findings were quite disturbing. It appeared that Rosenhan had selectively edited the data to support his predetermined conclusions. For example, despite examining all the available records, Cahallan was able to identify only 2 of the original 8 fake patients, and one of them was Rosenhan himself, and the other one was his student. The professions and genders of the remaining 6 are known, but their identities aren't. Cahallan suspects that some of them may have been fabricated by Rosenhan. For example, during her research, Cahallan discovered that there was originally a 90 fake patient who was supposed to take part in the experiment. However, this patient received very good care at the hospital and didn't experience any mistreatment. Since this outcome didn't support Rosenhan's intended conclusion, he excluded this person from the experiment. And finally, I think that some storytellers behave like Rosenhan. For example, they are talking about experiments and scientific studies and just focusing on the part that attract the most attention. So until the next video, take care of yourself.